OMG. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm splendid.
Just doing spectacular today, huh?
I'm living like a fucking queen
These
on my
chairs
throne.
are so soft. Not when you pet them the wrong way.
God damn!
Pet them the right way.
Is that from me or you?
Well, you did it the wrong way aggressively for a long time just now. I know what it feels like and I don't like it.
That might be my new favorite thing.
I'm not going to watch. It's like when you don't have lotion on and you touch something fucking suede or...
For me, it's like that when you think about touching chalk.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I can't breathe and physically uncomfortable, but
Yeah.
this doesn't bother me at all.
This way's okay.
I'm literally just petting my chair.
Yeah. I don't like it. Oh, man.
Okay, Erin, how the fuck is your life? Tell me about it.
My life's pretty good. Would you like to hear about a moment in my life that I said, God damn?
I was just thinking, God damn, I hope she tells me a moment in her life that she said, God damn.
Well, my husband, Brandon, owns guns, obviously.
Oh, God. Where's this going? Dear Lord. Well, I'm glad you're still here. I don't see any entry or exit wounds. Whoa. Spasmed out.
I will not enter my exit wounds. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I said I don't see any entry or exit wounds.
Oh. Yeah. No, he didn't kill me or anything, but he did come home from the store the other night.
What a relief.
Thank God.
For both of those, that he also came home.
But he came home from fucking Costco with a safe
Oh.
for said guns. We have our guns in a safe, but then he was like, he's always been like, I want a fucking safe with like, you could put your hand in it and like it reads your fingerprint and then it fucking pops the gun into your hand and then you can like be locked and loaded and ready to go. And I was like, these are fucking pipe dreams. And then he came home with a fucking safe with a fucking fingerprint reader on it.
Oh my God. I didn't even know that was an option.
I think he watches a lot of TikTok. And so his TikTok is different than our TikTok.
Very different algorithm.
And he brought that home and then installed it. And then now every once in a while I get to be treated with lovely scream of intruder test. And then he runs to the bedroom where the safe is, does his little fucking fingerprint thing, and then gets his gun out and he's like, 15 seconds.
That's pretty good though.
Yeah.
That he's like practicing for that.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I was gonna say I have a front door fingerprint lock. Whew. It's like trying to fit your fucking key in the right time the first time. Like when you're nervous, like trying to get your key in the door and you're like, and you can't do it. That fingerprint reader is not going to save my life one day.
No.
Like if I have to get in my house really fast, I'll be like, hold on. I have to have a steady, even pressure instead of like, with the door.
Yeah. Also, what if your hands are like, you got stuff going on? You can't get your like.
Well, every time I come home like an idiot, I did my right finger because don't anybody kill me and take my right finger to get into my precious home.
I did one thumb on this safe, and Brandon goes, do you want to do any others in case someone cuts off your thumb? And I was like, I don't think we're really going that deep here. I don't think this is actually a problem in our life right now.
I think we're going to be okay.
He did all of his fingers. He's like, I'm fucking prepared.
That would be smart. See, our thingy scans like your fingers 500 times, so I wonder if you could do different fingers. And I asked Lee, and he goes, I don't know. I didn't read the book. And I was like, all right, fuck it. And then so I just did one finger. But every time I have shit in my hand because I'm right-handed, and so I'm like, fuck, and I have to transfer it to unlock the door. Sometimes that shit is my baby, and I'm like trying to reach up and unlock it, and he thinks it's really funny to try to touch it also because he thinks he's unlocking the door. Then it's just like, and like fucking fails out.
Doesn't like it.
Yeah, thinks there's an intruder, and it goes into fucking panic mode. I don't even know.
Oh, so you said Lee didn't read the instructions?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brandon didn't either, and so he's like, come over here and help me fucking put this, like, fingerprint thing on, because you also have to, like, push it with a little toothpick or whatever to, like, reset it so that you do it.
Yeah.
And so he was doing it for, like, a long time. He's like, put your fingerprint in here, blah, 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 and he's like, there, it should be done, and then it didn't work, and I was up there for, like, I don't know, 4 minutes helping him, which is a long time.
That's too long.
Yeah, and he was like, it didn't work, blah, blah, blah. And so then I pulled out the little instructions, which is like, I don't know, 3-inch little fucking piece of paper.
It goes like an accordion, and you're like, step 1.
Literally, that's all it is. It's like steps 1 through 6. And it's like, if you want to add more fingers, repeat steps 4 and 5 or whatever. And I was like, okay, well, this is how you're supposed to do it. And he's like, oh, I didn't read it. I'm like, oh, what the fuck?
I know. Samesies. And now our door lock, I don't know why this has turned into my goddamn now. Our door lock, you have to like download an app to program it and all this shit. And we
You
have
fucking apps. Your whole home is an app now.
I know. I hate it. You know me. I hate this. I don't know why I'm doing this. And I chose all of this shit. I didn't choose the cup, but I love the cup. But like I was like, we're getting some fancy door locks. And Leah's like, why? And I'm like, I just always wanted it. Like, I don't know.
Because I want to make it.
I want to feel like Inspector fucking Gadget every time I come into my house, all right? And so, anyway, he obviously installed it because he's a man and strong and shit. And I did not take the time to read any of the shit. And so now we just don't know how our door works. And, like, it locks instantly. And you're like, fuck, man. Like, I could update the timing to like be a minute or something so I could take the fucking trash out without it locking instantly.
Yeah.
And we just haven't.
You just haven't gotten that far in the
So
instruction
sometimes
manual yet, huh?
it just locks. Like every time. And then you go to open the door and you're like, fuck.
God damn it.
So I'm glad that he's like locked and loaded and ready to go though.
Yeah, we're ready for intruders. So
That's
fucking try
impressive.
it, bitches.
Don't.
Don't really.
Yeah, that sounds so stressful.
Yeah, I don't really want him to kill anyone.
Yeah.
Because also, like, if you're just coming in to steal shit, like,
Take it.
I don't care.
Don't make this.
Just take
Don't let
it.
this escalate.
What do you need? I have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you could take it. I'm trying to get rid of it.
What is that, an old-ass rocking chair? Take it. It's on the porch for a reason, motherfucker.
It's free. Oh my God. Well, your goddamn kind of flows perfectly into mine.
Oh, good. What's yours?
Last night, we're trying to fall asleep. And by that, I mean, it was like 9:30 at night and we were TikToking, or I was TikToking. I have no fucking clue what Lee was doing. He's like watching Netflix or some shit. And we're in bed. And my sweet little 4-year-old walks in and he's whispering, Mommy, I see a man outside with a flashlight.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I know.
Was it real?
Well, here's the shitty thing. Even though I read all of this shit, I was like, he's just making shit up because he doesn't want to go to bed, right? Like,
Yeah.
I instantly didn't believe him, but he was scared. And I was like, okay, don't worry. Daddy will go check it. And then, let's go back to bed. And so very dramatically, I'm like, Daddy, can you please check if there's somebody with a flashlight outside? Because he didn't hear any of this shit, right? He had his earbuds in. And so
Yeah.
we had to, like, take him out by this point. And so I repeated it that way. And he was like, of course. Like, we're playing the fucking game so that my son will go back to bed and not be afraid. So I'm putting my kid in bed or whatever, like talking to him, and he's like super chatty and he's like so excited that he is part of a fucking investigation and that he spotted this person. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, kid. And then Lee comes back and he's putting on his pants and I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, there's a man with a flashlight out there. And I was like, out where? And he's like, out front. And I'm like, but out where out front? Like in our driveway, in our fucking patio? Like, what do you mean? And he's like, he's out front, like not answering me and putting on his pants. And so I run over to the window and I look and there's a dude with a flashlight, but it's across the street. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That's different.
Yeah, like he's not going to rob us. But he's like fucking around with a car that's on the street, like a truck. And
Yeah.
that truck is my neighbor's truck. And I'm like, is it the neighbor? Like, at this point in my head, I'm thinking, okay, somebody is not going to rob cars with a flashlight. I mean, maybe really quick to like look in to see if there's anything worth robbing. But like they're not gonna go around and be like, hello, you know, shining in windows and shit and waking everybody. It's 9:30 at night. We're all still awake, right?
They're not going to draw attention to themselves.
Exactly. But I tell Liam, like, you should go out there and see if it's the neighbor, because if it's not, that's fucking super sketchy. And on our fucking neighborhood app all the time, it's like, oh, people, watch out, people trying to break into cars. And so I'm like, go out there and go check. And so Lee goes
Go
out there.
risk your life for the neighbor's truck.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just be like, yo, get the fuck out of here or something, right? Like, because what if they just poked around our car? Like, go make sure our car isn't busted into or anything.
Yeah.
And so Lee goes outside for a little bit, and my son is super excited now. And he's like, see, I told you there was a guy out there with a flashlight. And he's like, Mommy, I stand by the front. By the way, I have no idea how he saw this, because he must have like gone to the front window or something. And I did not know. I thought he was in bed the whole time.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, he doesn't have a view of that.
No. He was just fucking exploring the house. And I was on TikTok like, "Meh, meh, my son's in bed," but he wasn't in bed. And so he was like, see, I told you, I saw that. I look out the window and I look out for bad guys. And if they come near me, I get mad. Like, he was all excited. And I was like,
Ooh.
thanks for letting us know. Don't do anything if there's a bad guy.
Just get back in bed, please.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, there's bad guy signs. They should know not to come around here. Like, he's just all about fucking bad guys and good guys or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so Lee comes back in and I'm like, so was it the neighbor? And he's like, I don't know. But he was like poking around down there and he had something that was beeping. So I think it was like a worker. And I'm like, it doesn't look like a worker. The dude's like in all fucking black. Like workers have like reflective vests and shit.
Yeah.
And so I kind of
what
watched.
kind of worker? It's just, sir, I'm just checking the water line of this truck.
Exactly. And so I like look out the window for a little while, and then Lee's like, oh, he's going up to the neighbors, because we don't have any of our neighbors' information. So I'm like, fuck, I wish we could text and be like, yo, there's somebody by your truck.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like you. So like go out there and fucking shoo them away. Well, then the guy goes up
You're
to
gonna
the...
say shoot them. I was like, I mean, listen.
Don't do that. I mean, you can.
I don't think you can. Not in this state.
Well, I mean, it'll give us something to talk about, but
That's true.
I digress. So he like goes up to the neighbor's door, and Lee's like, oh, he's gonna go knock on the door. And I'm like, okay, well, clearly at this point. And then my fucking twisted ass head goes, well, what if he's checking if somebody's home or not?
Yeah.
And he's knocking on the door. And then all of a sudden the neighbor comes out and moves his truck, and it turns out that it was SDG&E, and there's a gas leak.
Oh, so it was a worker.
So it was a worker. But I was like, no way there's a fucking worker. And then the guy came over to our yard and started sticking his little thing around, and it was like beep, 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 or something. And I was like,
Oh.
is he fucking like searching for metal? Like, what is going on? Turned out to be a gas leak, and they're currently working on it. So my road is like, tore up, and there's signs out and everything.
Yeah, I saw all the signs out there. Also, a gas leak. That sounds pretty dangerous.
I know. I was like, should I be concerned? I don't know how these work. How do they find out? I'm sure they have like sensors or some shit to be like, yo,
There's been a lot of
Shit's
gas
leaking.
over here.
yeah,
Yeah.
we lost some pressure.
I feel like you just shouldn't smoke cigarettes or, like, I don't know, start a car over that.
Right? And then they had it lit up all night long. Like they pulled up a truck
Yeah.
with a generator or whatever, and they had all these lights on it, but nobody was working on it, because I was like, am I about to not get any fucking sleep right now? And they just set up, and then they didn't do anything till this morning. But funny story, I don't know why this happened, but this morning the kids wake up, and Lee wakes me up, and he goes, he didn't have to wake me up, I was already awake, but I had the pillow over my head like, you get them. And he goes, could you get the kids up, because I didn't sleep very well last night? And I was like, okay. So I get up, and then I come in to tell him like, hey, it's time to get up, whatever. It's like fucking 7:30. We got to go. And he's fully clothed. And I'm like,
Lee is?
yeah. And I'm like, why are you wearing all your clothes? And he was wearing like his shorts from the day before that had like his pocket knife in it and like
What the fuck?
a bunch of shit in his pockets. And he goes, well, I just wore my clothes in case I had to get up in the middle of the night. And I'm like, but what? Like, you can tell he wasn't like awake when he made this decision.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's probably why you slept like shit. You've been laying on a pocket knife all night long. Like, this is the most uncomfortable outfit to sleep in.
Also, way to be ready to fucking evacuate without telling me. Like,
I mean, I had clothes on.
well,
They were just PJs.
yeah, but not like, hey, we might be living in these clothes for a while. Also, put all your valuables and maybe a weapon in there.
I don't know what he was thinking. I was just like, okay. And then when I asked him, why are you wearing your clothes? He was like, in case I had to get up. Like, he was
Like,
annoyed.
obviously.
Yeah, I was like, okay. I don't get it, but okay. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, shit, man. Life.
All right.
Okay, give me your murder story.
You ready to hear about some murders?
This week on
Ooh.
episode 122 of I Said Goddamn.
I said goddamn.
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 Aaron tells us about
Tracy Wigington.
Wiggington. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Wah,
whoa.
wah, wah, wah.
You're so much better at it than me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can just practice. I practice in my car all the time.
Okay.
Actually,
you know what I'm really good at?
What?
Oh, ah,
You are really good at
oh,
that,
oh.
actually.
Is that not a good thing to be good at? Especially with video on.
It's less attractive with video.
It's less impressive, too.
Mhm.
Oh,
But,
God. Okay.
It's still pretty good.
Thanks.
Okay, so this is actually a listener suggestion from Matthew Deem on
Oh.
Facebook.
Okay, let's hear about it.
You ready for it?
Matt.
Matt? Yeah, we're on a
Matt?
first name basis now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you hitting us with?
This is the infamous, quote,
Hmm.
lesbian vampire murder.
Ha, ha, ha. Oh, this is Matt from Australia. I can't say it right.
Australia. Yeah. Yeah.
You see
Rice
what-
supplies.
I want to pee myself. Why did you do that right there? Oh, my God.
Because that's all I got.
I literally almost pissed myself.
Alexis is going to lose it. That's like her favorite thing.
Oh, man. It's really good, too. Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I'm blushing. That's weird.
Fucking video.
God damn it. You know when you're like, why am I hot? My hands are sweating.
Let me take off all my clothes. It's okay. Don't talk about it. Just keep talking.
Okay.
It'll go away.
Okay. So this one is from Brisbane, Australia.
Yes.
So, of course, I do not have much information on the before times because every goddamn listener suggestion is like, check this shit out. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is insane. And then you look into it and it's like, here's one article you can fucking read.
I know, which is why they're great suggestions because nobody else has done them.
Yeah, I know. But then
A
it's
lot.
also like, we're not going to give you all the, like, you know, the before times where people did like a lot of research. Because listen,
Yeah.
I'm not that ambitious.
No. I think people by now know not to come to us for like,
Facts?
yeah, like journalistic pieces or anything, you know?
Ooh. Yeah, we're media.
Yeah.
Okay. Tracy was born in 1965 and she lived in Rockhampton, Australia.
Okay.
I'm probably saying way too many letters for all
Yeah,
of that, but
yeah.
you know.
Rockhampton.
Rockhampton.
Ah, yes.
I don't know.
Oh my god. I gotta be myself. Don't make me laugh like that. Oh my
God
god.
damn it.
Oh, she's a beaut, isn't she? I don't know why I went Scottish.
Yeah,
I
that
can't
was a
do
little weird.
accents. I cannot do accents.
Okay.
I can when I don't expect it.
Yeah, that Rockhampton one was pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's probably how she talks.
Oh my god.
Okay, so apparently she had a pretty shitty childhood, and so she was adopted by her grandparents on her mom's side,
Okay.
who were apparently rich.
Oh, fucking
Oh.
little Annie story here, huh?
Yeah, little daddy warbucks going on. Except that they also abused her and her
Oh.
stepsister.
Okay, well, not so great.
Yeah, not that great. Which they
it's
also
a hard knocks life,
for her and her stepsister, who they also adopted.
which would be appropriately called us. It's a hard knocks life for us. I guess we're not included, so
No,
I'm just gonna hug this pillow.
it would not appropriately be called us. Oh, I want to do that.
Don't yell at me.
Okay, so Tracy grew up and was pretty into the occult,
Oh,
hence the vampire part of this lesbian vampire murder.
I'm so excited right now.
Mhm. Which is how most of these vampire stories start, right? Like,
Mhm.
fucking, first they get into the occult, then they join a cult, and then
Mhm.
they fucking murder people,
Then
right?
they just cult.
Then they just cultivate bodies.
Yeah.
So,
Makes
Boom.
sense. Yeah. Bing, bang, boom.
okay, so cut to 1989. Tracy is now 25 years old, and she's been dating a lady named Debbie for going on 2 years.
Okay.
However,
Mm-hmm.
for the past 6 months, their relationship was kind of rocky, and
Uh-oh.
so they decided to, like, open it up, see
Oh,
where it
hey,
goes,
yo.
you know?
Spicing it up.
Yeah, except, like, mostly just not shared, just, like, I mean, you can see other people,
Oh,
too.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know?
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Go sow your oats elsewhere.
Yes, sow your wild oats.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then Tracy started seeing a woman named Lisa Paczynski.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want Debbie to know that she was seeing Lisa because she actually did want their relationship to get better.
Mm-hmm.
But she was still, like, frustrated with the situation and shit. And so she's like,
I'm gonna go do it.
I'm gonna take out some fucking, I don't know, sexual tension somewhere else. And
Okay.
also hang out with someone and feel pretty and wanted and desired and whatever. And then come back to Debbie, right?
She hears me. Okay, but it was technically okay that she was hooking up with Lisa. She just didn't want Debbie to know.
Yeah.
Just
yeah.
avoiding a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like when you're like, I'm fine, but really she's not fine.
Mm-hmm. But
Okay.
Debbie was also bringing ladies back to the house and, like,
Oh,
and having
they
her
were
fun.
like, they did, they weren't like going to the other gal's house, huh?
They weren't. No,
Mm.
no.
Mm-mm-mm.
But
Mm-mm-mm.
Tracy was like,
Yeah.
Lisa, we
Yeah.
gotta take this
Mm.
elsewhere.
Got it.
You know, she wants to be the good guy.
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so it should be mentioned. Oh, I just fucking mentioned it. You're
Okay,
welcome.
good. I'm glad we talked about it.
That Debbie was bringing other lovers home, and that was fucking with Tracy mentally.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I could understand that. Like, I would be pissed, even if you're like, okay, we can fucking sow our oats wherever. Just, like, don't let me see your sown oats.
Yeah, and also even if you're doing it too, it's still like
Let's just not talk about it.
But like, I don't like it when you do it. It's like when you see your ex get with someone else, and you're like, but fuck you.
Yeah. She's
Even
ugly.
though you're fine and in another relationship.
Yeah, yeah.
Still like,
You're not allowed to be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
You were a dick.
So Tracy is seeing Lisa, and she's telling Lisa that, obviously, she's a vampire.
Duh.
And
Oh, by the way,
I'm a vampire. She was, like, really into it, right?
I would be a little afraid if I were a chick getting my, like, shit eaten out and there were, like, fangs. You know?
I don't think she was really a vampire.
Okay. Spoiler alert. Whoa. But doesn't that sound scary? Like, vampires should not be going down on any boxes,
According to every book I've ever read, it's not scary.
So every book I've ever read, I don't remember the vampire eating out the chick.
Oh, they do.
All right, well, you might have to give me that
book.
Oh my God. I hate it when people ask me what I read. I'm like,
I don't
You
tell
don't wanna
them.
know.
Or I'm like, one time I read Helter Skelter.
that was an excellent book.
Yeah, and then they're like, that is also weird.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
she's a vampire.
So she's a vampire. She's, nicking arteries down below.
Yeah. That'd be very scary if there was just like a main artery in your labia. But
There's a main artery in your groin
Okay, yes.
that they go for
Yeah.
in the books.
Oh my As soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, sometimes they have to do like IVs and groins. I realized where you went with that. God, are you blushing again? Because you should be.
Am I what?
I said, are you blushing again? Because you should be.
I mean, not yet, but now I will.
Sorry. I hate it when people do that. Okay, so wait. So she's like, I'm a vampire. And then what is Lisa? Is she like, okay, cool.
Lisa's like, oh, that's fucking crazy. Like, what does that entail? And she's like, well, obviously I need blood to feed, right?
Duh.
And I'm unable to eat solid food, obviously.
She had to be, she was like munching on some Nutri-Grain bars. Like, out of the
On the
covers
sly.
Yeah.
I mean, probably. She had to have been, obviously, but she told Lisa that she'd been getting by going to a butcher and buying animal blood, like pig's blood and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, they just fucking, I don't know, I guess give that out to anyone. Like, you trying to recreate Carrie here?
Well, they make like blood sausage and shit. But can you imagine just like
being a butcher and you're like a burly man that's like no nonsense, right?
Yeah.
And then this lady comes in and she's like, I just need a gallon of pig's blood. Probably not a gallon. You can't drink that much. It would go bad, I imagine.
I feel so
Does
uncomfortable.
it spoil?
Does she warm it up?
Ugh.
She probably does.
I would hope so. Would it be like coagulated if you didn't warm it up?
I don't feel good. We have to talk about something else.
Okay, so on top of the animal butcher blood stuff that she was getting, she was also able to convince Lisa to let her drink from her.
Oh, good.
Okay.
So Lisa was about it. She was like, yes, I will supply you with my youth and my soul.
Yeah, Lisa came out later and was like, well, when you like love a person and you're in a relationship with them, you want to do whatever to make them happy.
Yeah. And so she liked drinking my blood.
Yeah, and so she's like, I mean, it like did nothing for me, but also like she liked it, so let's.
Did she drink a lot of blood, or was it just like a prick and then like?
Gross. Well, on at least 4 different occasions, Lisa let Tracy tie her arm up in a tourniquet and make a small cut in her wrist that she would then drink from. And by drink from, I'm thinking like small cut in the wrist. It's just like a couple licks, pretty much.
Yeah, it makes me very uncomfortable to think of somebody sucking on a vein or like an artery because like it's got to like collapse like a straw if you suck too hard. Yeah, that makes me not feel good. Yeah.
Well, I hadn't thought of it that way. But
I know.
Yeah,
I don't
now
like
I
it.
don't like it.
I don't like it.
I was okay with it before. Not okay with it. Just.
But also, we don't
accepting.
know if she was hitting like arteries or shit. She would probably maybe just like
I think she was going across the street.
a couple of capillaries.
Oh.
No big deal.
Big words. Okay, so obviously this wasn't enough to tide Tracy over, though, right? Like, she needed more.
Yes.
And so she was able to convince her girlfriend Lisa and 2 other friends, Kim Jervis and Tracy Waugh, so there's 2 Tracys now,
Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
to help
They're
her
all
find
basic bitch names. We got Lisa, Kim,
Tracy and
Tracy,
Tracy.
and Debbie.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
It's very 80s.
And Stacy and Aaron.
I know. We'd fit right in. What is this, a fucking babysitter's club? So they're all going to help her find someone to kill and feed from.
Why did they all agree?
Well, because Kim says later that I don't talk about it at all, but they were like, yeah, she was totally using mind control on us.
Oh.
She had all of her friends like, yeah, she's a vampire. This is totally normal. And so she was using mind control on them. And there was one point where they were all like sitting around, and I guess Tracy was like meditating or doing something. And then they swear that she fucking disappeared, and all that was left in her place was like yellow glowing eyes or something.
Oh, oh fuck.
So,
Oh my god.
I was like, that didn't happen. I
Wait.
didn't write that down.
I'm not gonna talk about that. And then you talk about it.
And then I was like, check this shit out.
How old were they?
25-ish.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like
Oh,
Tracy
man.
is 25, and so her friends are all about the same.
Do you
Right.
remember that episode on MTV where like everybody really believed that they were vampires and shit?
No?
That's
Oh, yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, I do. Yes.
like my favorite thing ever. It is like my favorite thing. I would have been one of those people. I would have hung out and said, yeah, I mean, yeah, just eyes. Like, I just want to hang out with them.
I actually I was fucking scrolling through Facebook today, and someone that I know was like, oh, when I moved to this place, all I had was my hymn bag, like the fucking singer hymn. And I was like, oh my God, I remember
Oh.
that. I remember that band, or I don't know, whatever you'd call it, fucking gothic thing, music person. I would like to listen to that again because I hadn't thought about it since high school, right? And then I started listening to it, and it's all like fucking, would you die with me? And like, oh, death is beautiful, and all this stuff. Really pretty music. Still really like it. Also, what the fuck? Like, I can only imagine my dad being like, are you fucking kidding me?
I'm pretty sure she's suicidal.
Yeah, like she's gonna kill herself. And I remember at the time just being like, yeah, whatever. Like, I didn't listen to the lyrics, I guess.
You just liked it.
It just sounded nice, so I listened to it. And then, like, now listening to it as an adult, I'm like, oh no.
I'd be concerned if my teenager was listening to that.
Yes, 100%. It's awkward and kind of cringy. Love it.
Oh my God, you would have been in the vampire cult with me.
I would have. Yeah, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you would have.
I was about it. Okay, so the four women, they go out to a gay bar in Brisbane, and they get champagne drunk.
Ooh, that's my favorite kind of drunk.
Best kind of drunk.
Like, I drink a whole bottle to myself.
Yeah, right?
I can't feel my lips.
And then they leave just before midnight,
Okay.
okay? And they see a man who appeared to be drunk, and he was staggering towards a taxi stand.
Uh-oh.
And they pull over and offer him a ride, and they're, like, flirting with him, and Kim started talking to him like she was a prostitute, so it's kind of like, hey, fucking get in here. Like, we'll give you a ride.
Uh-oh.
We'll have some fun.
We're gonna do some things.
Yeah, you might get lucky.
Yeah.
Let's do this shit, right?
Big boy.
Yeah, and so he was like, fuck yeah, I'm in, let's do it. And so he gets in the car. They had picked up Edward Baldock, who was a 47-year-old father of 4,
Oh, shit.
grandfather of 2.
Whoa.
He had been out that night with friends drinking and playing darts, and he was on his way home when they saw him.
Okay, but why did he get in the car?
He wanted sexy time. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
probably.
okay.
Also, maybe, because I believe that he also had a wife.
Yeah.
So maybe he wanted sexy time, which is what the articles were saying, was like, oh, they were pretending to be prostitutes and stuff.
Yeah.
But also maybe he was just like,
free ride.
yeah, free ride. I don't have to pay for a taxi, right?
Okay. He for sure was getting sexy time.
Kind of probably.
Yeah.
So listen.
Maybe they were divorced.
Maybe they were separated. Maybe they had an open relationship.
Yeah. We don't know the deets.
We don't know the deets.
That's what we're about, not knowing deets.
Yeah. So they drive him down to a riverbank, and Tracy and Edward get out of the car, and then they go down toward the water.
Our
away
main
from
girl, our main gal Tracy?
Yeah, our main Tracy.
Okay.
Yep. So Tracy takes off her shirt, and
Oh, hey, yo.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine they're like fooling around and stuff, right?
Okay, I thought you said fooling round, like her tits. I was like, we don't have
Oh,
to describe
Jesus.
those.
I believe they were saggy and pert, pointy. No, they were fooling around.
Got it.
Her tits were, maybe they were fooling around. I don't know.
We
She
don't
was 25. Fucking lucky.
Perky ass tits. Show off.
But then she pretends that she has to pee, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so she sneaks back through the bushes to the car, right?
Okay.
Now, I read 2 different accounts here. One is that when she got back to the car, she tells Lisa that Edward is too strong for her and she needs help.
Okay,
So-
that makes sense.
Yeah. So Lisa grabs a knife and then they both go back down to the river.
Oh, Lord.
The other article said that she just went back to the car to grab the knife and Lisa stayed in the car.
Oh.
So, don't really know what happened there.
Okay.
But meanwhile, Edward had gotten naked. He was like just preparing himself.
Poor
So
Edward, man.
he was probably expecting sexy time.
yeah. Yeah, he wasn't just looking for a free ride.
Well, it was a different kind of free ride.
Exactly.
And he folded his clothes neatly in a pile like a goddamn gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
And
What, do
then
we live in a barn?
yeah, exactly. And then when Tracy and Lisa, maybe Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
came back to Edward, they came up behind him and he was like, "What are you doing?" And Tracy said nothing. And then she stabbed Edward in the neck to the hilt of the knife.
Ugh! Oh my God. Nothing. That's like the worst last thing to ever hear, by the way.
Nothing.
Nothing.
If I look at my kid and he looks suspicious, he'll just look at me and go, "Nothing." And I'm like, I didn't fucking say anything and now I know you have something. You're not good at this.
Oh, man. Okay,
Yeah.
so, yeah, that's not good. That's not good for Edward.
No. And he was like, "Ma'am,
Excuse me? Ouch.
I don't appreciate this." And so he tried to grab her arm, but she was able to stab him 2 more times
Oh.
in each side of the neck.
No.
And then she grabbed his hair and she pulled his head back and she slit his throat.
Oh my God, she was not fucking around.
Oh, she was not fucking around.
Poor Edward, man.
But he wasn't dead.
What?
So he was rolling around on the ground and he was making gurgling noises.
I don't want to know that.
Well, too bad because I do. So
Ugh.
I don't want to, but it's
Yeah,
in
it's
my
in
head.
your head.
I do
I
know it.
I
So
know.
now you know it.
Yeah, I know.
So Lisa said that Tracy went into a frenzy and she attempted to cut all the way through his neck.
Oh my God.
And when she couldn't, she sat back and she smoked a cigarette while she watched him die.
Oh my God.
the fuck?
She's fucking batshit crazy.
I believe you are correct. Yes.
She couldn't? Does that mean it was like stuck on his spine or something?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's
that
pretty much
ma-
exactly what it
Oh,
means.
that makes me not feel very well.
I don't think I could cut through a person's neck. Like,
I can't even
physically.
cut through a fucking chicken bone. Are you kidding me? No way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever tried to fucking
You gotta prepare.
just cut through gristle?
No.
It's
Like,
hard.
throwing my body on it. I'm like, fuck
I
it. It's
know.
going in the pot. Chew that one.
So then, to make sure that he was dead, she stabbed him in the
What
side.
do you mean make sure he's dead? You fucking sliced his neck to shit.
Well, yeah.
Stabbed him in the side. Okay.
Yeah. And then she actually ended up stabbing him 15 times.
Dear Lord. And she didn't even know this man. It seems so
No.
aggressive. Like
No.
very personal.
Very personal.
Yeah.
And she had almost cut off his head, obviously.
Yeah.
Right?
My God.
The neck and spinal cord were cut 3/4 of the way through.
Ah.
The 2 main arteries in the left side of his neck were completely severed,
Oh my God.
and the jugular vein was partially severed.
Okay, but he didn't live long, right?
I don't imagine so.
Yeah. Oh, that fucking sucks.
But it's pretty shitty. And also, his picture, he looks like a really nice guy, and it makes me sad.
Yeah. That's so sad.
So, once Edward was actually dead, Lisa said that Tracy then went into like a feeding frenzy and started drinking the blood from his neck.
You don't even know this guy.
What? Like diseases? Are you thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. I don't.
Can you get drunk off of how much he drank?
Someone else's blood alcohol level?
That's not a thing, is it?
I don't know.
I don't either.
Probably not. Because I think it has to go through your liver, and that's what makes you drunk, right?
Like he already
He already
drank it.
livered it.
All right.
I don't actually know.
I don't either. I've never thought about it before.
Yeah.
Never once had this thought before.
But when she was finished, Lisa said it looked like Tracy had eaten a 3-course meal. Like, she was fucking stuffed, right?
Like bloated.
I
Like,
guess.
what do you-
I could only
She like
imagine.
undid her belt buckle.
That's
like,
what I
"Ah,
was thinking, was that she looked like sitting back like, oh, I'm just so full.
I'm gonna puke. That literally made me gag. That's so gross. Did she just like lick him up? Like,
Ew.
well, because she.
David.
Well, I mean, because she's not eating anything, right? She's just drinking blood.
Yeah. I don't know. There's probably a lot of it, like, pooled because it's a fucking jugular and some arteries.
Oh, God, that's so gross.
Also, I don't know why she waited until he was dead. Like, you're a vampire.
I imagine it'd be really hard to, like, hang on if he's, like, bucking her around, you know?
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So then Tracy went to the river and she threw in the knife and she washed off her hands and arms.
Mm-hmm.
She gets redressed and then they go back to the car where the other Tracy and Kim were waiting, and possibly Lisa, depending on which article you believe.
Yeah. Actually, side note, it's very, I don't want to say smart, but like clever or something. Like she got all of her clothes off to do this so that like she could put her clothes back on.
Yeah, so that she wouldn't have blood all over her clothes.
That shit was really thought out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, she was ready for it, which is kind of horrifying.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
also, like, obviously, I feel like you have something wrong mentally if you're doing this, but then, like, you're aware enough to do that. Like, I feel like you couldn't plead insanity
No.
if you took off your clothes before you did it.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Right?
don't know.
Because it's like, I knew that I shouldn't have done that because I didn't want it all over my clothes.
I didn't want people to see me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know if I would have thought of that, which is weird because I've never thought about trying to murder somebody, but like, just do that shit naked. There'd be no bloody fucking clothes. Like, oh, there's blood splatter on her shorts in the direction of her swinging a hammer. Nah, I didn't wear shorts, bitch. Like, I don't know why I never thought of this before.
I mean, it is pretty smart.
Like, if you're going to kill the person, it doesn't matter what they see you. Like,
I feel like you'd leave more DNA behind.
what are you, like skin?
Yeah.
You're just like dripping.
Or like, yeah, what if you like straddled him to like stab
a
him or something?
snail
And then you got
trail.
like a fucking deer print on it.
Oh my God, they're like, the deer print killer has struck again. Just Aaron stamping her shit around on the scene.
Is there a deer here? No, I think it was a slug.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's so gross.
Super gross. Oh my God.
That's hot all of a sudden. I don't like doing video. It makes me nervous or like self-conscious.
I know, it is very different. But can you imagine if they had to like take vagina prints of everybody to be like, not this one.
It's not this one.
Ma'am, could you please just delicately sit on the mold?
This vagina has definitely had children.
I want you to just react. I want you to just relax as you would normally. Oh my God.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna piss myself. Oh, not on our new chairs. Oh, Lord.
Oh my God. Okay, so the other Tracy and Kim said that Tracy's breath smelled like blood when she got back in the car.
Okay. Like, that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense, right?
Not confused about that.
They went home that night, and Tracy went to her friend's house, and she slept there. And when she woke up in the morning, she realized that she had lost her bank card.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Mm-hmm. So she took one of the other girls, I'm not sure who it was,
Mm-hmm.
back to the river to try to find it,
Mm-hmm.
but they couldn't find it.
Was Edward still there?
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. His body was still there. It had not yet been discovered.
Oh my God. Did they like try to hide him or they just left him at like the riverbank?
They just left him on the riverbank.
And they're fucking scooting around there looking for a goddamn bank card?
Mm-hmm.
Just risk it. And if they find it, be like, I don't know how it got here. Like I was there fucking 3 days ago. I have no idea what this is about.
Oh, well, buckle up.
Why would you go back? Oh my God. People are dumb.
Because everybody returns to the scene of the crime, right?
Yeah, that's true. My God, that had to be scary.
Yeah, especially in like the light of day, which I guess it was like 3 or 4 in the morning.
But it's dark then.
Yeah, so it's not really the light of the day.
Oh, I thought you meant when he got murdered. No,
Oh.
you said they were coming home from the bar.
Yeah, they were
when he
coming
got
home from the
murdered.
bar. I think he got murdered at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and then she went to sleep there and then woke up like super early and then went back
Mm.
to try and find him because he gets discovered at like 5 in the morning, so they went right before that.
Oh my God.
Okay. So Tracy goes back home to her girlfriend, Debbie, and apparently when she walked in, she yelled, quote, "I want you in the bedroom right now. I've just seen a dead body."
What?
I have no idea what that means. Like, I don't know
Like
if
she's all turned up?
Yeah, I don't know if she was, like, pumped about it. Like, fuck yeah, let's fucking bone. Or
Like a little
if
dough
she was,
prints on
like-
the way?
Yeah. Or if she's just leaving a snail trail through the house.
Oh.
Or if she was like, I just need to talk it out. Or
Oh, okay.
I don't
For
I
sure
don't-
she was going to bone, though.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what that
It
means.
wasn't explained. The girlfriend was just like, this is what she said. And it's a fucking article. So you
I'm
can't
guessing.
get context out of it.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm guessing that's what it was. Because
she
why
like,
else would
"Fuck
she
yeah."
burst into the apartment or house that they share and be like,
I
I
want
just saw
you in the
Devati.
bedroom.
Yeah, I want to see you. Fucking sidebar in the bedroom, please.
Right?
yeah. They're boning. That's what her intent was.
Probably.
That's what I'm putting in my head.
But then Debbie drove Tracy back to the river.
Again?
Yeah. To be like,
This is where the dead body was that I saw.
I guess, maybe, to be like, yeah, maybe this is where the dead body is. And Debbie's like, what the fuck's going on here, right?
Yeah.
Which the river was Orley Park, in case anyone wants, like, real details.
Like the actual location
Yeah.
of said murder. Mhm.
But when they got there were cops all over the place.
Oh, shit.
So,
Popo 5-0.
yeah, it was like fucking pretty close call, right?
Yeah.
And allegedly, Tracy was like, oh my God, it's real. And then curled up into the fetal position and was like freaking out, right?
Yeah, it's real. You drank the dude's blood. What do you mean it's real?
Right? But I don't think Debbie knew that at that point.
Do you think her shit was like black from all the blood she drank?
100%.
Okay.
I take one iron pill and I'm shitting black. So then they go back home and Tracy takes 2 sleeping pills and passes out. Like, I don't
Oh,
know,
man.
fucking rough day, right?
Damn.
So apparently at about 5 a.m., which I kind of mentioned earlier, a
Mm-hmm.
jogger was jogging.
That son of a bitch.
A jogger was sprinting down by the riverbank.
Show off. You know what you're here to do.
You know
You're
what
supposed
you're
to
here
jog.
for. And he almost tripped over the fucking body.
Oh, hell no. See,
Mhm.
it's always runners.
It is.
Mm-mm.
You ever want to discover a body, just go fucking jogging.
No, thank you.
And so he obviously calls the cops, and when they get there, they find this horrific fucking scene, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks.
And all of his clothes are neatly folded, just like tucked away, right?
Dude.
Well, apparently, Mr. Edward here was feeling pretty sketched out that night.
Oh,
So he had taken his wallet and he shoved it under the door to like a fucking sailing clubhouse or something. I think it was like a roll-up door, so it might have had a little bit of a gap. So he put his wallet under there. I'm assuming he could like take it back out when they were done, but like just in case, right? This bitch
okay.
is here to rob me. He pushed his wallet under the door.
Okay, and this is by the river?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they were like right in front of it, I guess, this
Okay.
little clubhouse thing.
Okay.
Okay. I'm assuming he was thinking like, just in case she robs me, right?
Yeah.
But also,
Mm-hmm.
he had taken Tracy's bank card and he shoved it in the toe of his shoe.
Oh my God, he's smart.
What the fuck?
That's
does
fucking
that?
crazy.
Was he like, in case I get murdered?
That's something we would do.
I know, but like, this isn't, I'm assuming, a
Wow.
normal functioning human.
Well, was he going to steal her bank card?
He
like
might have
maybe
been.
that's why he went along with it.
He
was
might
like,
have been like, I'm gonna fucking rob you. You can't rob me. I'm gonna hide my wallet because that's
or
what
I'll
his
pay you,
intention
but I'm
was.
going to take your money back.
Yeah. Or like, you know how like if you accuse someone of cheating, it's because like you're cheating, like you know, like, those type of things. So maybe he's like, oh, she's gonna rob me because he was actually gonna rob her.
Oh my God, that's fucking a twist of events.
Yeah. And so
Oh, this is so confusing.
the cops were like, all right, well, this is fucking Exhibit A, right?
Yeah.
Right here, this bank card. Of
And he
this
didn't take his
person.
shoes off? He took all his clothes off, but he didn't take his shoes off?
Oh,
Or
he
were
took his shoes off.
Okay.
He had just shoved her bank card in there and then like placed them neatly with all of his piled clothes and shit.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Go, Edward.
Mm-hmm. So the cops show up to Tracy's house by 10 a.m. and she was passed the fuck out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the cops were like, hey, can we talk to you for a minute?
we need to chat.
And she was super calm and she's like, sure, what's going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they asked her where she had been the night before, and she said that she was at like a playground that was nearby to the river, hanging out with her 2 friends, Kim and Tracy.
Okay, so Lisa is not included in that.
Nope, she didn't want to tell them about Lisa because she didn't want Debbie to know that she'd been hanging out with Lisa.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
Fucking priorities, I guess.
right? It's not like there's a dead body or anything.
Yeah. Fucking right.
So the cops were like, well, the thing is,
See what happened.
there was a man murdered over by the river, and he
In a
had-
van. No, okay.
In a what?
In a van by the river.
Oh.
The Chris Farley thing? No? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Fat Man and Loco? Okay.
I remember that part. That's the only part I remember.
Okay.
So he had been murdered over by the river, and he had your bank card in his shoe, right?
Yeah.
That's
pretty
fucking
suspicious.
weird, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, well, hot damn.
Guess what happened to me?
Wouldn't you believe I had actually lost my bank card?
Oh my God.
It was probably at the playground, and I have no idea, like, where it went, and I have no idea about any murder. Like, that's some crazy shit, right?
Yeah. Don't check any fingerprints or DNA.
Yeah, right.
Or like tongue prints.
But it's 1989, so,
True.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then she was also like, oh, but also I kind of lied earlier because my other friend Lisa was with us that night. I just didn't want to tell you about it. But, like, I don't know, maybe she saw some shit, right?
Oh, okay.
And so the police were like, okay, thanks, bye.
Okay.
I'm not sure how much time passed, but the police were like, okay, that's still pretty fucking suspicious.
Mm-hmm.
So they decided to interview her again.
Yeah.
And this time she was like, okay, I lied before.
Again.
I did see a body the other night, but I was with my friends and we were like scared out of our minds. So we didn't want to say anything and we just pretended it didn't happen.
Okay, but
Right?
you wouldn't do that.
No,
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
one would do that.
You think the detectives are like, yes.
Probably. They were like, cool, glad we got that straightened out. And then they left, right?
Uh-huh.
And then the cops go and talk to her friends, and they're like, hey, have you seen anything fucking suspicious lately, right?
Mhm.
And
Any dead bodies down by the river?
literally, like a dead body, maybe?
Uh-huh.
Something like that?
Yeah, somebody named Edward
Mm-hmm.
with no clothes on.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And so then the cops go back to Tracy's house, and they were like, hey, your friends all confessed. You gotta come clean.
Oh, shit.
And at first she was like, nuh-uh, not me. Don't know what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
And then they eventually were able to convince her that her friends did confess everything. So she was like, okay, fuck, right? And she told them that basically everything up until that point was a lie. And she proceeded to tell them what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
But in her version of what happened, she said that she and her friends thought it would be funny to lure a guy down to the river as a joke and get him all hot and bothered and just leave him there.
That's not even a good joke.
It's a pretty shitty joke.
It's not even a good joke.
Like, you're a lesbian. Why?
Yeah. Why?
Why?
That doesn't even make sense.
Is it like against the patriarchy, or like you're not
Maybe you
even
do, like,
attracted to
devil
this
horns.
person? Yeah, you're not. I don't know. Like, you have nothing to do with this guy. Just fucking leave him alone, right?
Yeah. That's a little. That's not what happened.
That's not what happened. But obviously, something went wrong during that little plan, right? And so she had to kill him.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it when that happens.
I know. I hate it when I accidentally have to kill someone.
It's such a bad day.
Yeah. So she was obviously arrested and charged with his murder, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other 3 girls were arrested as well. And Tracy pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison with a minimum of 13 years.
Okay.
Because it's Australian, it's different.
Mm-hmm. It's different.
It's different. And Lisa was also convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison.
Oh, wow.
So I'm assuming they're believing the article where she was down by the river.
Interesting.
Mhm. And then
They're just believing that one article.
that one article.
No
Not-
other evidence was entered
Not
into
the
this.
trial or anything.
Yeah.
And then Kim was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to 18 years
Why?
because she was the one that was acting as a prostitute, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And so they're like, you kind of had like a big part in this.
a starring role.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She served 12 years and was released.
Wow.
The other Tracy was
Mhm.
cleared of all charges.
Wow.
Yes.
That's crazy. She's like, dude, I don't know. I just came over one day. We went on a wild fucking ride, and here we are.
She said she was a vampire. She used mind control. I saw fucking floating eyes, and
Here we are.
Yeah, here we are. I will cooperate with everything because get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So in later interviews, Tracy said that the relationship with her and her girlfriend Debbie had been so strained and it was causing such a stress on her and her mental health that if she hadn't killed Edward, that she most likely would have killed Debbie at some point.
Okay. Weird. That's a weird, like.
She's saying like it was all building up to like a boiling point. in
Yeah,
her.
like I had to kill.
Yeah, she said, quote, "If I'd stayed in that house that night, I think it would have been her that got killed."
My God.
So she's just a little fucked up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I hate it. It's almost like she's trying to make like an excuse. Like, okay, well, I mean, at least I didn't kill her.
Yeah.
You know, like,
yeah.
oh, it fucking doesn't matter who you killed.
Well,
You
and
can't
also-
kill somebody.
Like, I was in this kind of mood because of Debbie.
Yeah, it's all her fault. Like, she's not taking responsibility for that shit.
Yeah,
and that's
you're blaming
fucking
someone
annoying.
else for some
Yeah.
shit that you did
Yeah.
to an innocent man.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
it was going to be her. She annoyed me so much. It was going to be somebody.
right.
She's lucky it wasn't her. Like,
Right?
all right, bro, fucking chill.
Just chill out.
Yeah.
Fuck you, right?
Yeah, fuck you too.
Bitch, call the cops. So Lisa was released on parole in 2008.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And as most of these cases go, Tracy
Didn't she get
obvious-
life?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But, I mean, you get life with the possibility of parole.
Yeah. Damn, that's crazy.
So as most of these cases go, Tracy attempted to parole several times.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was released from prison in January of 2012.
What?
Fucking period. End of story.
What?
Yeah.
Just
she got out.
released?
Yeah.
Just you're done?
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
You're done here.
Yeah.
What was her sentence?
Life. With a minimum
to
of 13 years.
Yeah. How long did she serve? Was it 13 years?
I didn't do the math. It was 89 to 2012. Well, the murder was in 89. I think
So
the
that's
trial
literally
was-
exactly 13 years.
Is it?
Yeah, 89, 99, that's
Yeah.
10. And then, oh, wait, no, it's more than.
There's a whole other decade in there.
There was another one. So she did like 23 years?
Yeah, or something like, probably like 20 or 22, somewhere around there because of the trial, you know.
Holy fucking shit.
Right?
That's crazy.
And she got out, and now she's just like chilling. She changed her last name and
Does she still drink blood?
stuff. I don't know. I hope not.
She fucking murdered a dude.
She fucking murdered a
Like
random
a
dude.
lot.
Yeah,
Not that you can murder somebody more than the other person, but like, whoa.
but like really aggressively and personally, and I don't know,
That
Like-
kind of scares me.
a lot.
Like it's just like the
Random.
random attacks
Mhm.
for no reason. Like you could be a victim and have absolutely zero, you know,
Way to, I don't know, bring it about
like
yourself.
you did
or
not
anything.
partake in. Yeah, you didn't partake in anything that would make you. Not that you ever.
Well, I mean, like all the women that get murdered by like randos and stuff, they're not doing anything either other than existing as a lady.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like those random attacks, they
Yeah.
scare me more than anything.
Yeah.
Like fuck, man, that's crazy.
But it's also, I think, weird because, like, as a lady,
Mm.
you're aware of that. Like, you're aware that fucking murder lurks around the corner, right?
Yeah.
But this 47-year-old man isn't. Like, he seems safer.
Yeah.
Right? Like, nobody's going to murder this guy.
Yeah.
But they did.
Oh shit. And
That's
then
like
she
your
got
dad,
out.
you know? Just
Yeah.
fucking chilling out on the street. Imagine someone just fucking taking your dad in. My dad would get in a car. He'd be like, all right,
Let's go. Let's go.
it's about to be a good time.
This sounds great.
Probably not. I don't know.
How many? 4? Oh, that sounds really good. Oh my god, that's fucking crazy. It's weird also that like nobody else was a vampire. It was just her.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, like, turn me, bro. What's up?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought we were friends.
Yeah.
I want to live forever.
Yeah. What are the perks? Tell me
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. How's that immortality going?
Fuck my soul. Like every book you read, you're like, fuck her soul. Come on. I mean, don't like really fuck it, but you know what I mean?
Fuck her right in the soul. Let's go.
Oh my god. Well, that was that was interesting.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So that was a pretty interesting one, Matt.
Thanks, Matt.
Thanks, Matt. Appreciate it.
That was crazy. It's like he knew we were gonna love it. He's like, you got to do this fucking story.
It's probably because we always say something like, you know, I look for the fucking vampire or werewolf ones.
Oh, you think that's why?
It could be.
You think maybe they know all of our secrets, like everything?
Let me just
Like
get my-
I've divulged more on this podcast than I do in my normal everyday life, and then all of my normal everyday life friends listen, and I'm like,
No.
and then they bring it up, and I'm like, let's not talk about that.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't bring that up in public.
Yeah.
That is private. I only tell a couple thousand of my closest friends.
It's so personal.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I don't like it.
Oh my god. So if you're my friend and you're listening, please don't ever talk to me about this ever again.
About deer stamps or anything.
Yeah. Or vampire sex.
Or vampire sex.
I mean, we could talk about it. I'll own it, but god damn it.
I feel like most of our friends talk to you about it because I just shut it down right away. Like, oh, that's crazy.
Oh, God, I know. And you know me.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that one?
Did somebody say vampire sex? My name is Stacy, who wants to be my friend. Let me tell you everything I know about vampire sex. Also, did you know cashews have an apple?
What?
Yeah, I know. Hit him with the random facts quick and fast.
Oh.
Oh, my God. Anyway, should we wrap this shit up?
Yep.
Okay.
So, if you would like to see pictures pertaining to this case, you can go to isgdpodcast.com. There you will also find links to the merch and Patreon and other things that we may or may not have.
It's going great. You're doing
Thank
good.
you. You usually do this part. I just hop in at the end.
Okay, you want me to take over?
Yeah, get it. Popcorn Stacy.
Yeah. I'm ready. Okay, so on Patreon, go fucking click that link and join our $10 tier, and you will get video of all of the awesome shit that has happened that is cut out of the audio portion of the shit, and you get it early, and you get it for every episode, including the Patreon episode. So come join us. It's fun in here. Also, merch. Go buy fucking merch. Let's see into that one.
Yep, go buy merch.
And then you can follow us on social media. We're at ISGD Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Come join the goddamn pod group on Facebook. It's a lot of fun. The criteria is that you have to click join group, and we will say accept. Also, email us at isgdpodcast@gmail.com. We have Patreon coming up. Yes, Patreon is next week. So please email your Patreon questions to isgdpodcast Lex, @gmail.com. And Lex will give us our questions.
Alexis.
She will give us our questions, and it'll be more fair because Erin and I have never seen them whatsoever. So it'll be fucking on the
It'll
spot.
be more fair.
I don't know. I'm
As
just saying
opposed to all
words.
those unfair ones we answered before.
So unfair.
So unfair.
One of us had to read them. How unfair.
I was prepared.
Instead of just like 5 minutes of us being like,
I don't know.
that's a good question. Okay. Also, you should snail mail Erin at
P.O. Box 2764, Spring Valley, California, 91979.
And please go subscribe, rate, and review.
If they're nice.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Okay. Bye.
Later.